Hey YouTubers. So in this video, I'm going to go over my Vudu collection. Been a while since I've done one of these and I've added a shit ton of movies since then. As you can see, we're at 1,469 videos. And most recently, I've added a lot more 4K movies. So probably since I first did this, I had maybe one or two 4K, and now I have quite a few. I also have a second Vudu channel, which is kind of a bummer that they are not all combined in one. But that channel has some repeats of these, but it has an additional 4 or 5 4K. So in this video, I'm going to scroll all the way from the top to the bottom. I will probably note all the 4K movies that I have in here, which won't be too many. Maybe 20 to 30, if that. And then I may point out a couple of movies that I have on 4K disc, which I have over 100 of those, and or some of my favorite movies of all time. So let's go ahead and get started. Actually, this first one, I just ordered it on 4K. I haven't even watched it yet in here. It's probably a lousy movie. It's got Oprah in it, so who knows if it's any good. But I have that on 4K, and I probably will wait till it shows up in the mail. Got on eBay, hell of a deal, $10. Let's see, Escape Plan 2. It's kind of a terrible movie. I do have that on 4K digitally. I got that for $9.99 on Vudu. Ready Player One, great freaking movie. I got this with Walmart. I bought it online, and they gave me a 4K digital copy. Same with Quiet Place. Got that in 4K. And Rampage. So in the next row, Game Night. Pick that up. Do not have the disc set. I bought it on here for $9.99. And I have a bunch of these in 4K discs. That one, Pacific Rim Rising 2, Tomb Raider. I have the 4K Jurassic Park set. So in case I forget, down below we have those. They, be honest with you, wasn't that much of an improvement over the originals. I mean, came out on DVD, maybe got a little better with Blu-ray, and then it got a little bit better with 4K. Sound has always been amazing, though. So let's see. I had this on 4K disc. Have the Death Cure on 4K disc. Have the Commuter on 4K disc. Have Thor Ragnarok. I have it digitally and on 4K disc. Ferdinand, I had this on 4K disc. Jumanji, had that on 4K disc. Justice League, 4K disc. This one I have 4K disc and digitally. This one I had 4K disc. So eventually I'm going to shut up. Had the 4K disc for that. 4K disc for that. Terrible movie, by the way. Had the 4K disc for that. I have the 4K disc for this. And Moonlight, which no reason to get that one in 4K. Now, Geostorm is a movie I'm surprised they didn't put in 4K. Mother, do not have that on 4K. American Made, have that in 4K. Lego Ninjago movie, 4K. Blade Runner, have that on 4K disc. Fate of the Furious, 4K disc and digitally. Logan Lucky, 4K disc and digitally. And we're slowly going to run out of things to talk about here. So sit back while I scroll down, occasionally pointing out a few things here and there. All right. Wonder Woman. I have that on 4K disc. Great freaking movie. The Last Night 4K. A stupid movie, but great for 4K. The Mummy. I have in 4K on my other account digitally. I have King Arthur 4K. That's a really good movie. Guardians of the Galaxy. Here is one that I would love to get in 4K that I do not. I have Alien Covenant 4K disc. I have Boss Baby 4K disc. Have not watched it yet. So as we scroll through this, there's just a lot of these movies that you do not need in 4K. If it wasn't made in the last 5 years, you're probably wasting your money, to be honest with you. That's my personal opinion. Even with OLED TV, I don't know. It's better, but still. Have Hell or High Water on 4K disc. Stork, I have the 4K digital for that. I used to have the disc. I don't know what happened to it, though. Sully, I have 4K disc. Secret Life of Pets, I have 4K disc. I just picked the Suicide Squad up in 4K. And this is my first 4K digital movie, the Jason Bourne one. So one of the first ones I ever bought was Ghostbusters, the new one, which, is kind of just okay. But I think this was a Sony movie, so if I had a Sony 4K TV, I would have the 4K with that. Independence Day, Resurgence, have that in 4K. Eventually, I'll probably get the Purge movies for whatever reason. Warcraft. There's at least one more. Great freaking movie for 4K. U571 would be a great movie if it was in 4K. It's 2000, so probably the picture wouldn't be that great. But if they ever made a remake, I have thought I had the Fifth Wave in 4K. Maybe not, though. It's probably not in 4K. I'm mistaken. Oh, somewhere in here, besides the Jurassic Park movies that I probably ran over already, there's another movie in here that upgraded to 4K for some reason. I don't see it yet, but if we run into T2, I have that in 4K. Surprised they haven't done T1 as well. There's a lot of stuff in T1 that it would be nice if they went back and cleaned up. His original Terminator vision or whatever is so dark compared to the later films. San Andreas. I have this 4K digital on my other Vudu. There's Jurassic World, so I have that in 4K here. Now this movie actually did seem better in 4K. So as I look through this, Everest I have in 4K on the other channel or the other Vudu account. I can't help but think how many of these will eventually become 4K just for Hollywood to make some extra money. Perfect Storm would be another great one if it was in 4K, even though it is 18 years old now. All right, well, that's the end of this. Thanks for checking out my video. Please subscribe. Please like. Please watch as many of my channels as you can. I do appreciate it, and thank you for taking the time to watch this. If you made it this far, God bless you. I'm not sure why in the hell you actually watched this all the way through. It's kind of funny, you know. I make comments at the end of these videos knowing that pretty much nobody ever gets to the end of them except myself when I watch this later. But, yeah, so have a nice day, and thank you.